الكريم أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قال الله سبحانه وتعالى في القرآن المجيد بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهد الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله قال الله تعالى يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون وقال تعالى يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تسألون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا وقال تعالى يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما عباد الله بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء وسيد المرسلين نبينا محمد صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وأزواجه أجمعين. أما بعد. All the praises and thanks to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, sustainer of the universe, and blessing and celebration to be the most distinguished of the messengers and foremost among all Anbiya Karam, all messengers. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have blessing on Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, on his wife, children's companions, and all the righteous people who passed in the past, or among us who have come. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless all. So this will be, inshallah, today my topic would be in continuation of what I started some footballs back, like take advantage of 5 before the 5. So قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم حديث رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم اغتنم 5 قبل 5 شبابك قبل حرمك وصحتك قبل سقمك وغناك قبل فقرك وفراغك قبل شغلك وحياتك قبل موتك. So this is the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu, and he said take advantage of 5 before other 5. And this is the basic principle for all of us. If we at least start following this one, take care of this one, Allah will help us, will be our helper, Malaika will be our helper, Mu'mineen will be our helper, we will be our helper to ourselves, and we will inshallah live in this dunya in the right way, and when we go away from this dunya, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the khatma bil khair inshallah. So, inshallah. So this is one of those basic principles. Anyone who lives by these things, inshallah, bi'iznillah, granted the Jannah. Why? If you take care of your health, if you take care of your wealth, if you take care of all of the 5 affairs, what Rasul take care of your youth. So if you take care of your youth, that protects you from any kharafat you can end up in. Any of the evil things, you can protect yourself. So if you protect your youth, you protect your old age, you protect your wealth, you protect your illness. So this all will, help you in a way. And if you become a shakir, you become a sabir. If you become a shakir and a sabir, you become among the sabirin and the shakirin. So this will help you in all the way. We're going through from all phases. When you take care of your youth, so when you become old, you build some habit, inshallah. And then at that time, that will help you. If you take care of your health now, that will help you when you become sick. So you did the shukr when you had the health. So you do the sabr when you have the illness. So this is the opposite of each other. When you have the wealth and when you don't have a wealth, when you become poor, or you go through some trials, tribulations, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect you from there as well. Or give you sabr, how to go through those times. When you have a free time, you know how to utilize your free time in the right way, then Allah will be your helper, and inshallah time will come when you don't have a problem and you get busy. So still you'll remember that even though after getting busy and whatnot, business, job, whatever condition you are in, even in your illness, still you remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in that case. And you will never forget about that. And forget don't forget about your life, how you need to spend your life. If we take care of our life right now, may inshallah Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala do our khatma bil khair, and hereafter we will be inshallah with the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, with the rahmah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, will be granted Jannah inshallah. So this is take care of your life, so before death arrives. So these are all basic principles we live by. So as I continue from I was trying to break down this one to each individual topic, because each individual is a huge topic. We can continue on talking from so many aspects of that one. So we talked about youth, take care of youth before you become old age, right? We talked about health before it becomes illness. So today, inshallah, I'm going to talk about take care of your wealth before you broke, or before someone gets broken or become poor. So use your, as it says, there's so many hadiths. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in Quran on so many occasions, وَأَقِيمُوا الصَّلَاةَ وَآتُوا الزَّكَاةَ. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about salah, right after that talks about zakat. Give the charity. Zakat is a different thing. Zakat becomes wajib on us if we are sahib zakat. So then you have to do the zakat. But charity is a little bit different. What you do, supplemental things, as sometimes, when we become sick or whatnot, or we have a headache, we take the medicine for the headache medicine. We have migraine, we take the migraine whatnot. Sometimes you take supplements, right? Sometimes you take supplements to mix up and get those nutrients and something like which you are not getting. Sometimes you eat healthy just because to get some nutrients. So this charity is like that in your body. So what is compulsory, you take care of that anyway. But when it comes to the point you become charitable, you do the charity out of your own personal desire, you open up the wallet, you open up your heart and do, there's so many ways of giving the charity. If you do that, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves that. Take care of yateens. That's a charity. As one of the mafhum of the hadith, Rasulullah said, the one who takes care of the yateen, and they will do the purpose of them and raise them up in a good manner and give them all whatever the best they can do, tarbiyah and all those. So they'll be close to me like these two people. They'll be close to me like this on the Yom Qiyamah, inshallah. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has put emphasis on these all things for us to do. Rasulullah came as a teacher to reiterate what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is all saying. So he just explained the thing. When he talks about it, why? I mean, some ulama talks about beautifully. They say Rasulullah sallam, he was at young age. He lost his father, then he lost his granddad, he lost his uncle. So he was under the supervision of different people at different times, because he lost his mother as well in the early age. So he was yatim. He became yatim when he was. So he knows what that means to take care of it. And then some of the sahabi, when it comes, he took care of them as their guardian. Some sahabi stayed with him and they learned a lot, and they become, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed them so much knowledge, and they are the one most of the rawi of the hadith as well, because they learned, they in and out paper, and he did the shafqat on them. He just took care of them. So use your extra wealth, whatever you feel like. You have towards charity before you need the charity. It's a full circle. If you spin the wheel, so wheel, what does wheel do? I mean, it may be on the peak, on the pinnacle, on the top of it, it has to come down again, and then they go back again up. It has its own circle. So life is like that. You are here, you can be down, bottom, and you may come up in the circle. You never know when spins will stop. When the spin will stop, that's the end of us. Let's consider the average. Doesn't matter. Some run faster, some run slower, some spins faster, some spins slower. That's how the life is. Some feels like they are running so fast in the life, and they realize when the wheel stops, and it becomes slower. So wealth comes and goes. As it comes in narration, Harun, he has a lot of wealth. As it comes, his way of like it comes more or less from mafhum, or in the history comes 40 camels probably. 40 camels carries his keys of his treasures. Just think about it, not a treasure. Keys of the treasures. 40 camels he used to carry. Where is he, man? Can anyone pinpoint where is he? He came from the dirt, went into the dirt. He came from the dirt, he will end up in dirt. And that's how the life is. That reminds me of one of the incidents. You may have heard this one, but just to reiterate and re-emphasize the importance of the life and the importance of the wealth. And when you don't have a wealth, what do you do? When you don't have a health, what do you need to do? You may have heard of this story probably, Ali Banat. It came a few years back. You may have heard about him. A lot of people heard about this one. He was one of the most successful businessmen in very early age, very young age. He was very young. And he used to have a passion of getting all the top-notch things like Louis Vuitton, like those kind of stuff, like the glasses of that one, caps. I mean, if some of you know what I'm talking about, that's one of the most expensive brands. He used to have Ferraris, Spider, those kind of cars. He used to have a lot of luxury life, a lot of big house, whatnot and whatnot.
What's his name?
Ali Banat. Ali Banat was his name. So I'm just telling you a story. Just go back and Google it or search it up in YouTube. You'll come across, and then you will know exactly what I'm talking about because this time is short. So Ali Banat, he was one of the more successful you can think of from the worldly life, and he was very young. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put him to trial. He was diagnosed with cancer, an early stage cancer. No point in trying. That was a shocker to him. Then he started realizing, is this the world I'm chasing? Then he changed his perception. His perception changed. And what he started doing, this is the blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He took this as a blessing that Allah has born him, shook him, but did not really literally yanked him out from this world. I mean, we could have died right there and then and do whatever we are doing, right or wrong, right? But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has put him in these trials and tribulations. Sometimes Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to give the hadayah and shake someone, brings them back to the reality, they do that. It's Allah's plan, Allah's taqdeer. So when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put him through this trials and tribulation, then he realized that he has 7 months to live. He turned around. He became more charitable. He created so many charities and started distributing all of this. He starts selling his stuff, pretty much his business and whatnot. And he says, no, let's take all this money and wealth and spend on the poor, the needy one. He opened a charity in Africa. He started working with a lot of scholars. I mean, just go and search it up. It's a beautiful, beautiful story of him, and that's a reminder for all of us. He became an example for us, some of us, that this is how we need to think about it. Life is very short. So from all of his health, he became ill. From all of his wealth, what he turned around, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given him chance. Maybe he may not give us this chance. So he became more charitable and he started distributing charities in so many parts of the world, Africa and all those people. I mean, as some sheikh was taking an interview and he was saying, so he was telling to the sheikh, Louis Vuitton, this is an expensive glasses, right? One glass maybe more than $1,000 or maybe few thousand, maybe more $1,000, just a glass. So slippers, if you show the slippers, $700 slipper, just normal bathroom slipper kind of thing. Shoes, $1,300 or something like Ferrari outside, bracelet. One bracelet was shown. He said it's a $60,000 bracelet. So that's kind of lavish style he lived. But he gave up, and he says, no. My point is this: utilize this 7 months for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and distribute my wealth into the needy and poor people. So this becomes a sadaqah jariyah for him. Yeah. He started doing that. He started distributing all those wealth, and obviously Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's blessing. When you come close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, come to the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah give you izzah, Allah give you the status of reward in this dunya and hereafter, obviously, inshallah, will be the reward. So just go and search it out. So what he tried to do is he becomes more charitable. We, on the other side, still healthy. We have something, maybe plus minuses here, there, something going on, but at least we are. So, as it says, sometimes Allah not gives the wealth to someone, and this will be their trials if they become the shakir or not, they do the sabr or not. And sometimes Allah gives you money, and some if Allah gives you money and you become rich and whatnot, there's another trial for you. Where did you spend it? How did you spend it? How do you even earn your money? Halal way or haram way? So we need to take care of our charities right now, because these charities will come. And as it comes in narration, as it comes in narration, if I have to, some scholar asks someone, he says, what is your possession? You know, what is your possession? He says, the money I hold, this is my possession. He says, okay, so if you have two choices. You give your money from your own hands as you are alive, and this becomes a good charity, because this is what you can donate from your own and your own earning. Once you leave this dunya, you are dependent on someone, your loved one even. You don't know they will do the charity or not. You don't know how they'll spend the money even. You don't know what the. So do your charity. Your charity is in better sense of spending when you do from your own hand. Once you go away from this dunya, then it becomes someone's property, and they will figure out how to do that and what not, and they will do it. That's how they will do it. Right? So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us that understanding that we do wealth and everything while we are alive. Whatever we can donate. Donate even $1 as a sadaqah from your own heart is way better than 1,000. You think, okay, when I'll become rich and I'll become billionaire or then I'll be charitable. No. Just give sadaqah, small sadaqah. You know, this will, and maybe what we are thinking, maybe if we can eat 3 times a meal, we are way better than billions of people in the world. There are people who are looking for one time of meal. So always give the example, always look downward. You'll always be satisfied that there are so many others. So giving, increase your wealth. Purify your wealth. Give charities. Yes, zakat is for your sabisatat. Zakat is for that is compulsory on us. One of the pillars of Islam. But charity is the one when we willingly do that. Guess what? If Qarun could not took 40 camels worth of keys of all the khazana and all those treasures, who are we? Shaddad, we know the history. Shaddad has created a Jannah in this world, right? It's like, I can create a Jannah and this will be most beautiful. He did not get a chance to even enjoy that pleasure. So these are the rich people in the past. These are all histories for us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala left these all histories for us so we can continue and take heed from them. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless us, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the understanding that we start becoming charitable right now before it's too late. قل قولي هذا أستغفر لي ولكم سائر المسلمين فاستغفر إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله الحمد لله أستعين واستغفر ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أرسله بالحق بشيرا ونذيرا بين يدي الساعة من يطع الله ورسوله فقد رشد ومن يأسهما فإنه لا يضر إلا نفسه ولا يضر الله شيئا. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا وأخطأنا. ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إسرا كما حملته الذين من قبلنا. ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب. اللهم اغفر لي وللمؤمنين وللمؤمنات يوم يقوم الحساب. قال إن صلاتي ونسكي ومحياي ومماتي لله رب العالمين. اللهم اغفر لأمة سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. اللهم ار أمة سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. اللهم أصلح أمة سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. اللهم استر أمة سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. اللهم اجبر أمة سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. اللهم فارج عن أمة سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. اللهم انصر الإسلام والمسلمين. اللهم اللهم اغفر لنا وللمؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات، واصلحهم واصلح ذات بينهم والف بين قلوبهم واجعل في قلوبهم الايمان والحكمه. عباد الله، الله الله في اصحابي لا تتخذوا مفردا من بعد، فمن احبهم فبحبي احبهم ومن ابغضهم فبغضي ابغضهم، وخير امتي قرني ثم الذين يلونهم ثم الذين يلونهم. إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. فاذكروني أذكركم واشكروا لي ولا تكفرون. أقيموا الصلاة.